delay there. Jumping back into the Old West, it has been, once again, some time. I've been doing a terrible job of keeping my streaks up, but that's just fine. Been waiting for the next update to come out. But it's definitely a Red Dead sort of morning. Good morning. Lovely to see you. I'm sure it won't matter in the future, this explanation, but I have been away from streaming for some time due to a minor illness here, so I'm trying to get back into things, slowly but surely. And I very much appreciate the patience on display. Good morning, Circle Wave. I'm hanging in there, not too bad. Still getting over the camel's hump. But I'm sure it will happen. So I haven't the foggiest at this idea. That's not what I meant to say. It's too early. I haven't the foggiest at this point where I am or what I'm doing in Red Dead. I must be in Blackwater. How lovely. It is good to be back. Alright, now I just need to remember how to play this game. I am in defensive mode, this is good. Snacks and drinks at a saloon. Should be able to get that in Blackwater. Maybe able to fish, even. Sure. Lovely day. Let's head down to the saloon and see what we can conjure up. It's always nice to be in Blackwater. It's one of my favorite places.
Well, hey there. It's nice to see you again.
Well, it has been a while, hasn't it? Good barkeep. If I may just steal several handfuls of your almonds, I'll be out of here. Don't mind me. I do believe that's the entertainer he's playing.
Is there something I can get for you?
Probably gonna have to pay for that, but yeah, okay.
Hope you enjoy it. Drink up.
Oh yes. White Hair Character Club. Ride or die. That's my motto. It's not actually my motto. I stole it. I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with this motto. I'm very glad to be providing the distraction today. I needed it as well. Needed to escape with good Klaus into the plains and valleys here.
Should take the edge
Not
off.
to mention getting soundly trashed. There we go. Alright, Klaus. I need you to come pick me up. I'm not capable of driving. Thank you, my friend. Careful. Oh, yep, there we go. We found the stirrup. So we could try to fish somewhere with food. I think that just means using like bread or cheese as bait, instead of using one of the official lures. I'm not sure if worms and things count as food. They may not. But I'm not entirely sure if we want to spend our time fishing. I just wanted to go drunkenly look out over the water here. Surveil my kingdom and shout, "Aha!" in triumph. And that's it. That's all of my triumph. Something's popping off down at the docks. I'm not sure what exactly. Murder? Mayhem? Some sort of cargo transfer? It's all very seedy. Let me look at the list again here. Poor egrets. What did they ever do to you? I don't know if any of that is really appealing. There's a lot of actual business work to be done, moonshine or Crips Trading Company. But that all sounds like a bit of a chore. And then everything else appears to be like a player versus player event. So let's see if we can stumble upon something, perhaps. Something fun. It sounded slightly tinkly. Yes, someone has tinkled on the porch, it seems. I'll have to go clean it up. Man, I really need to find, Madame Nazar. I've been full of a couple of those hairbrushes lately. I love collecting hairbrushes, apparently. So many in my satchel pouch, there's not room for even one more, lest I become heavily over-encumbered. Someone went to all the trouble of tinkling on the porch for nothing. And I feel like a failure. Seem to be strangely crowded around Blackwater. Seen more players this morning than I may have in the last several sessions. Aren't I lucky? You know how I feel about other players. Much the way that I feel about actual human beings. It's just a lot of them and they freak me out, is all, really. That is a lovely sunset with the last remnants of the red just disappearing out of the fog there in tall trees. That was lovely. Those little moments seem to happen so quickly here. Sunrises, sunsets. Everything Uncle Vanya would talk about. It's just a quick fleeting glimpse of beauty and then they're off. Off to the fog and darkness. Ah, this fog and darkness. No problem. Glad you are here and lurking. And I hope the amount of work, the mountain thereof, slowly lessens. Or quickly, even. I'd take quickly. Just gonna check in with Cripps and our dear Pope here. It's been a week or so. Perhaps 2, perhaps 3, since I have petted Pope. And boy, are my arms tired. Pretty sure that's how that joke works.
Business years ago. We're going all the way to the top, you and me.
Pope. There you are. Good boy. I will give you your pats. And I will give you your second pats. It's very important. But then you have to wait for 11sies. Good. Cripps, my love, my own, my treasure, my Union Star, how are you?
Yes, take a look.
Smoking at a time like this, Cripps. Well, I can't believe it. Wasn't entirely sure if they may have added something new here. It has been so long. But it doesn't look like it. Just checking.
Anything else, just say the word.
Beautiful. Work lurkers unite. It's a special moment. And I'm so glad you're all here. Distracting yourselves from the great abyss. Where your mind goes when it has suffered through too much work. We've all been there. Oh, there's nothing you wouldn't do, Cripps. That's the problem here. It means nothing for you to say don't do anything I wouldn't do when I've heard your stories about that acrobat in Portugal. I've heard your stories about winding up in the safe for 3 days. Trying to pull the wool over my eyes, Cripps, but I'm not going to have it. You're laying in bed deciding whether to bake your dog a cake for his adoptiversary. That is the loveliest thought. And I do hope, I would hate to put you to work, but I do hope your dog gets a cake for his adoptiversary. That's the cutest thing I've ever heard. And I love it, even just the thought of it, dearly. But then again, getting out of bed, mixing ingredients, the work, the effort. I mean, he'll just love you regardless. He doesn't need the cake. It's fine. There's good pros and cons on both sides, really. I hear wolves. And I am in their territory, on their time. Just keep looking for collectible items here. In some of the usual suspect locations. Is that a turkey? Oh, that is lovely. I haven't seen a turkey in ages. If you'll pardon me. I need some bird meat and whatnot. A little low. I hope I made it quick for the poor turkeys. That's the stuff. The plumpest of bird meats. I wish you could have a little turkey that followed you around in Fallout. Clitter-clattering across the cobblestones of Boston, and you could call him Bird Meat. That would be fantastic. But I wouldn't hate to make dog meat jealous. Or give him a green with envy perk, as the case may be. This must be a collectible flower. It is buzzing on me. It's buzzing all over me. Get off! Up! Apparently I'm full of wisteria. Much like hairbrushes, I like to keep a good store of wisteria around at all times. A little black bear? That's adorable. Hello, little black bear. Oh, I'd better get out of here before the parents return. Parents. Always returning at an inopportune moment. Wow, that is quite a storm. I hope I haven't angered the gods once more with my constant harassment of the wildlife. Those were my favorite turkeys. That sounded like a shotgun rather than lightning. I'm sorry. It's supposed to be lightning. Though it would be a little bit more intimidating. And I suppose easier to follow religious tenets if you had a shotgun pointed at you from the heavens. A lot of people feel like that normally, even with no proof that such a thing is pointed at them. We'd better live our life as though there is a shotgun just in case. Hold my hand, Marjorie. Hello and welcome from a completely locked down country, if I am understanding correctly. And I am so glad you're with us. And I am wishing you and your country the very, very best. I think many of our hearts are with dear Italy and the rest of the world in this moment. If I can speak for everyone briefly. Here, hold my heart. Sorry it's so sticky. It's mostly glycerin, nothing to worry about. Mostly. I am enjoying this storm far too much. This is just lovely. I'm so sorry if it's very boring to watch, but it's strangely just what I needed. A nice little rainy hike through the woods. I'm trying to slowly work my way around up to a strawberry here. I'm hoping we can check the general store and see if I've missed any new hats or coats in my absence. Do you have any hats, coats, absinthe? I mean, I had an absence. tell if that's the moon dead ahead there, or just a bit of wispy cloud. It does look very bright. It must be the moon hiding. As I crane my neck around like an owl to see. Hoo-hoo. Ah, so sorry. Is there a bot in the chat? I must have missed it. Let me scroll up briefly. Want to become famous? Oh, do I ever? I'd love to pay you $70,000 for some fans. That'd be great. All right. Band. And report. There we go. Bot accounts. I believe will fill the bill. Submit. Ah. I have to type something in order to submit. There we go. Doing my part for the world. Pardon me. Okay. On to Strawberry. Ah, you've done your part for the world. I appreciate it. Anything to keep the spice of distraction steadily flowing. Get out of here, bots. I am feeling a light buzz, perhaps from the welcome center. I am buzzing from this welcome center. If I can just skirt by your badonkadonk here, sir, I'd appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, pardon me. Make sure I'm not armed. There we go. Gentle wave. Hello, friend. Nope, don't crouch. That's creepy. I've completely forgotten how to do my, there we go. My dead eye thingy, whatever it's called, eagle eye. Guarma rum and fine brandy. I don't think those are it. Though it is tinkling quite heavily. It must be under the stairs. Ah, right here. I missed it in the kerfuffle. That's fair. Why do I look like a Geralt with a haircut? That's pretty accurate. And sure, I'll go with that I wanted to look like Geralt with a haircut. That's the reason. Yeah, I'm one of those kids that got to play Devil May Cry on his brother's PlayStation back in the day, and it's been white-haired characters for me ever since. That's all it took. I have been wondering if I should do the same. In the chat, someone saying they started Dark Souls 2 with the deprived character class. That is typically what I pick because I hate making decisions. It's typically what I pick the first time through. And then I always have all these memories of the opening segment of the game being, like, incredibly difficult. And whenever I go back and start with a knight or a cleric or something, I'm like, wow, this game is much, much easier than I remember it. So I have been tempted to jump back into Dark Souls 2 with the deprived class, to keep things traditional. Should probably get rid of some things that are close to 30 here.
Every day.
If you don't want me purchasing from you, all you have to do is say so. You don't have to be passive-aggressive.
Okay, then. Seems I buy this near every day. You come see me.
Oh man, I'm jealous. Your hair has started to go white, for real. I would love if that happened to me, instead of what appears to be happening, which is that it's just dying on the vine. Every symbol of health and vitality I possess, slowly withering away, until I am but a pile of ash. I said ash, just to clarify. No, I'm sure you heard me. That may be my favorite chat comment. Health? Vitality? Oh. I'm having a heck of a time. I keep hoping I will get ambushed by bandits here. That is my one wish. For just a couple of headshots. I know that may be a lot to ask for certain people. For the people who have to be on the receiving end of the headshots, but I would sure love it. Klaus always wants to come running up here for some reason. I'll give him what he wants, that's fine. Though we are gaining elevation rather rapidly. Oh, Klaus. There we go. Now we're losing elevation. He knew what he was doing. I can always trust Klaus. Goodness, I need water. I cannot form the words. There we go. Finally in Big Valley. My favorite area of the game. There may even be a campsite defense for us, unless this player is already headed for it. I don't mean to steal. Hey ho. I mean, I don't mean to call you a ho, I just... Hey ho, hi there. Let's see if we can get those couple of headshots in.
You gonna help deal with this or what? Help!
And we have help. This is lovely.
Right for your mother,
Well, his hat is gonna think twice before messing with me again. Come on. Get out of the bushes so that I can shoot you. This is my one request. Oh, I hope I didn't just shoot that horse for no reason. Oh, jeez. I think I did.
Wasn't gonna be me now, was it?
Oh no. Don't give me a cutscene. I need to revive the horse. I need to be a horse veterinarian. Get out of the way. Oh, please be alive. Well, that's just gonna bum me right out. I'm sorry, horse. What a shame. That's what one stray shot'll get you. A lifetime of guilt. Make sure he doesn't seem to be looting. I don't want to steal all the bodies. But if he's not going to take them, that's fine. And thank you for the help. Kind stranger. So this is the very opposite of being a horse veterinarian. I am now a horse murderer, it seems. Both literally and in the sense that I'm just a little horse today.
Well, hey, friends.
There was me thinking I wasn't fazed by nothing.
Okay. So we did get a few headshots. I am satisfied. My bloodlust is quenched for another day. Let us see if there's anything fun to pick up here. That is a great camp spot. You lucky duck. This is my favorite little river area over here. For fishing and whatnot. Oh, thank you very much for the subscription. That is incredibly kind of you. I will have to buy a small bottle of champagne. Like one of those little mini Tabascos. It's about all I can afford, but I'll definitely be celebrating this. Somebody's got tinkles in the barn. And boy, does it smell of it. Okay. No sparkles for me. I see how it is. I have to use my eyes like it's the 1800s. Fine. Let's see if there's any jewelry in the jewelry cabinet. Hello, jewelry cabinet. Oh, packed full. I am so lucky. Thanks, jewelry cabinet. I'll see you later. Close that up for the next guy. And restock my ammo. This place has everything. That would be fantastic if you could smell in-game until you got to playing Fallout in the sewers or something. Playing that Dark Forces Level 3 Dianoga nonsense. There's a blast from the past. Does anyone here know who Kyle Katarn is? This is my question. How many jokes about Kyle Katarn can I make here? I mean, which jokes would there really be to make about Kyle Katarn, the most deadly agent in the galaxy? See if we can skirt across. I guess I never did go to the general store. That was my one reason for going to Strawberry, and I completely neglected it. Well, I'm so sorry. What a fool I've been. Oh well. We'll check next time. Because it's regrettably about time for me to leave. So let's just continue our wander here. And we'll go general storing during our next session. I think that was probably about the first game I ever owned. Was Dark Forces back in the day. Had to boot it up from DOS, if I recall correctly. And if you're not aware, it's like a first-person, old-school style, like a Wolfenstein 3D kind of first-person shooter that is Star Wars themed. And you play as Kyle Katarn, and you kill about 7,000 stormtroopers every level. And it's fantastic. It was the best game. But there is, it's like the dictionary definition of the video game sewer level, where you have this level that takes place completely in a city sewer, where these Dianogas, these little tentacle eyeball creatures, keep attacking you. And it's just a nightmare, especially the first time through. It's like a labyrinth of tentacles. Ah, yeah, am I like an hour different now? Because of the whole daylight savings nonsense? I didn't even consider that from an external perspective. That is so weird. Howdy. Okay, so we are getting back up into the Valentine area. The nice plains of the Heartlands here. I suppose I will have to cut it a bit short and run and get my coffee. Let me just check if there isn't a tarot card out on this barrel. Before I prematurely exit. I feel the buzzing. Has to be in here. There we go. Another tarot card for the collection. Father Mulberry will be pleased. No, maybe it's not that kind of collection. Okay. And as I rank up to 193 and lord it over you, like some sort of a strange braggart, I will wave and run away. If I can only remember how to wave. There we go. I figured it out. thank you so very much for your time. Very glad to be back with you in the Old West here. And you as well, Klaus. I will see you guys very shortly, I hope, for another session of fun and distraction. Go get yourself some coffee, or go get yourself to bed, depending on what time it is. I will be here again. Thank you for your time. Bye for now.